All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening, the bout you've all been waiting for. 10 rounds of boxing and a showdown in the cruiserweight division. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and combat fans joining us around the world, the wait is over. It's ready for war. Live from Dallas, Texas, it's go time! Introducing to you first, on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks with white trim, the international superstar fighting out of Dorado, Puerto Rico, by way of Cleveland, Ohio. He weighed in at the cruiserweight limit 185 pounds, a Sports Illustrated Breakout Boxer of the Year. His professional record stands at 6 wins, 1 loss, with 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the serial risk taker, the renowned content creator, the popular social media superstar, introducing the problem child, Jake Paul! And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with white trim, proudly representing his hometown of Stockton, California. He weighed in at 184.9 pounds, this wildly popular veteran of 34 MMA fights and a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, tonight making his professional debut in the squared circle. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the renowned combat sports icon, the one, the only, Nate Diaz! And once again, our referee in charge, now to give instructions, Mark Conloy.
Fighter, 2 seconds, let's go, Diaz. Gentlemen are both professional athletes. I expect for you to conduct yourself as such. Remember, if I say stop, I want you to stop whatever you're doing and listen to my commands. Protect yourself at all times. Mr. Diaz, Mr. Paul, let's go to battle. Touch gloves.
Whoa, Nelly! Wow. Jake Paul has become an MMA killer. Tyron Woodley twice. Anderson Silva. Does he add the biggest name to his resume tonight? Or will this gangster from Top Stockton send the problem child back to YouTube where he says he belongs? Here we go. 10 rounds. MMA versus boxing live from Dallas. I wonder how long this feeling out process is going to last. Jake Paul on the outside right now, just testing the defenses and reactions of Nate Diaz. The body shot early.
I like the bouncing, I like the rhythm, the movement of Jake Paul right now. He's settling in, and Nate just trying to, wait, bait, all the good stuff. Wait, bait, Nate.
I like it.
I told you, Jake Paul, hands will be up. He'd be throwing straight punches. There they are.
Hey, Nate Diaz looks like the bigger guy in there. He does, taller and longer. But Jake Paul looks like he's in fantastic condition.
I was going to say, Jake looks like the thicker guy. Usually at that bulk that he's got on him. He was already packing the punch. What's he got now?
Oh, nice left from Jake. That was a big shot. Yeah, it was. It hurt Nate. Nate's on the back foot early up against the ropes. Jake's pouring in again. Nate's already damaged goods. Jake Paul looking for a first round knockout. Oh, big shots from Jake Paul. Nate Diaz is scrambling, trying to keep his defense tight. We know how much damage Nate Diaz can take, but boxing is a different game, Dan. He's on his toes, but he took another big really hurts. He's still not clear right now.
He's got to use a jab. This movement is good, but you got to use a jab right now. You're keeping the guy off of you, but you're not effective.
He looks very slow and very labored. He needs to slow this fight down. Already redness over the right eye of Nate Diaz.
Jabs and feints. I don't know if he's been taught it, but jabs and feints. That's what Nate needs.
Let him go, Jake. Let him go. Don't hold.
Short uppercut on the inside for Nate. Some pawing shots from Diaz, not a lot behind those. Nice step to the outside for Jake Paul there, cutting the angle.
10 seconds.
First round's already almost over.
He's got to turn those punches over. He's got to turn those punches over. Wow.
What a round for Jake.
Okay, listen to me, man. You're standing there in front of him like you don't want to do nothing. You've got to be set. Be set, move, and duck. He's throwing that right hand a lot. So you got to duck underneath and body shots, okay? Pump that jab and step over to the right. Hit that body right here, pump the head and duck. He's always hooking. You're too relaxed in that first round. You let him come too close.
Vansley is excited to announce Grammy-nominated artist Saweetie, there she is, has exclusively joined the Vansley platform. Dive into her snapshots from tonight's fight and exclusive BTS music content at Vansley.com/Saweetie and Vansley.com/Paul Diaz.
Got the replay here. This hook, that hook right there to the temple, that's what set everything up. Why the temple? Because he's had a lot of wars. Up there, that's where he's soft at, the temple. This is
a guillotine attempt here.
That's what I like from Nate, though. Go right at Jake.
Right, exactly.
Go right at him.
Close him down, crowd him, smother him. Dig to the body there from Jake Paul. Nate's got to settle in. Jake Paul's looking good at the moment. Yeah, Jake's him well. Jake seems to be staying within himself. He's not overexerted.
And look at those body shots he's sneaking in. You know, it's like he knows that, hey, I'm not going to get him with this body shot now, but it's going to serve his purpose near round 8, round 9.
Still waiting for Nate to land a punch of consequence. Jake looking very comfortable in there. Oh, and again.
Come on, work yourselves out.
I tell you what I see, or what I know about Nate. Nothing from the outside. He doesn't know how to put a jab together. Doesn't know how to put a 1-2 together. So this is going to be a hard night for him, unless he can get close and do this. But everything's a slap. He's got to turn those punches over.
Now Nate trying to impose his will on the inside. This is why Nate's not knocking people out cold with his punches, though. Even in MMA, there were TKOs from several shots.
Yeah.
He doesn't turn his knuckles into these shots.
Yeah.
Stop. Nobody punch.
Didn't really matter in the octagon, but now
it
in
matters.
the square ring, now it matters.
Yeah. It's almost a little Joe Calzaghe in the way that he volumes over, you know.
Yes, sir.
Paul's on pressure without expending too much energy. Keeps his elbows tight to his sides.
And at this time, now I'm looking at Jake Paul, and I'm wondering, what's your ring IQ like now?
Right.
Because you can take one small step back and drop a 1-2. Small step back, drop a straight right hand. Those are the punches that are going to be effective now against the Nate Diaz who's coming right at you.
And you've got to wonder what kind of adrenaline dump he had in that first round when Nate was hurt. Nice right hands by Jake Diaz. Nate gets a left hook in there, though. He's starting to land punches of his own, and this crowd is eating it up. This is where Nate starts to thrive, when he can make it a scrappy, messy fight. Leaning on his opponent. If Jake Paul starts to slow down, he's going to feel that volume pouring on. Nate said he started his fighting career at a boxing gym when he was 15. He said, no one could outlast me in the gym. I'd outlast all the boxers.
10 seconds. Stop on the bell.
It's safe to say he wants this to go 9-10 rounds. Is that a close round?
I think that was a close round, you know.
I think it was a close round.
I still think Jake Paul may have took it, though, with the quality shots.
Breathe, just breathe.
I've just not seen Nate hurt him yet.
You overworking yourself. Because what he's doing is, he just sitting there, waiting on you to throw all these punches. Touching, move around. Feint, touch and move around. Stand there right with the jab and move around, right? Then you start touching up and down and start setting right hands up. How's your right hand, Jake? Look, his hand coming up here. Touch him here and there. And start shooting.
The VIP section brought to you by Celsius Live Fit. Round 3 scheduled for 10. So kind of a wake-up round there for Diaz. But Sean, when you have a fighter like Diaz who puts his hands up by his ears and bull rushes you like that, what's the move for a fighter?
See what he just did right there? Jake took a couple steps back, he dropped down and threw an uppercut. Good move right there. I like to see him take steps back and throw his punches while he's stepping. But we'll see if he can do something like that. That's advanced work right there.
Good uppercut on the inside for Paul. A good advice from the corner team of Jake Paul as well, telling him to move. Telling him to try and create space. They can tell the game plan of Nate Diaz is to try and wear on him at close range.
And I'm a big fan of feints. They said use some feints and set up that right hand. We all know he can whack with that right hand. A lot of people here are waiting on it now.
Jake landed that big left hook to the left eye of Nate in round 1. But since then, Diaz has handled himself pretty well.
Stop. Take a step back. Jake. Here we go. It's box.
And Nate Diaz.
Oh, big left hook there from Jake. Another one. That's been his money punch. Good short left there from Nate Diaz and a nice shot uppercut on the inside as well. It just seems to me like Jake has got the power to hurt Nate, but Nate has not hurt Jake at all yet.
Yeah. You know, it's all about your delivery. And right now we can see that Jake is delivering. Everything's coming off the shoulders. He's turning the hooks really short. While on the other side of that, Nate Diaz, a lot of his punches are coming from the elbows, and they're not turning over. There's more of a slap.
The crispness of Jake Paul's boxing is making Nate look more sloppy than he needs to.
Sure.
Oh, and again.
There you go.
Beautiful right hand, and I like the variety as well of the right hand. I think investing in the body would be smart again.
Sure.
You can
Get back to that body.
You can never tell how Diaz really feels in there because he has such awkward body language.
Yeah, it's like you don't know if he's hurt, he's sliding on his feet, whatever the case may be, but then he's just standing there, he's ready to go.
Big body shot right on the belt line. Oh, ran onto an uppercut again, a nice hook from Jake Paul there. Diaz is having a good time now. He likes this kind of fight.
You got 1-2, and I want to know from you, putting on that bigger glove, do you think Nate Diaz has taken the size of the glove, like, hey, these punches aren't going to hurt?
I think he is, yeah, and I think he's feeling more confident that he can cover himself with the gloves as well. But to me, Jake Paul is punching hard enough to go through those gloves and still rock him.
Don't throw this one so wide. He's coming back with his right hand real short. Don't throw it way out there. You gotta start throwing down the middle. Move to the right and duck and get in and start bouncing around. You're walking like this forward and he's throwing.
Right here, we got Jake Paul right there. Nice clean uppercut right through the gloves of Nate Diaz. Nice little slip right there. Counter hook. Okay. I see you, Jake. Fundamentals of boxing right there.
That was beautiful movement. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Sean, though, the best punches in the fight for Jake have been the left hook. Is that the knockout punch if he lands it?
And now you got to set it up, you know? Maybe this is foreign territory for Jake Paul. The right hand's going to land, but it's not the money punch tonight. Are you able to really turn over that hook now and make that the punch to get it done?
You can see the sweat flying off both of these guys.
Don't come over here with that. Please.
Your shoe's too nice, dude.
Yeah, man.
See, Nate's clouded a little bit, but I think he's still hurt here. I don't think his head's fully clear. He's pressuring because he has to. He doesn't have a choice.
Yeah, so we saw that in the last fight. Heather and the man that surrounded him. Heather can only come forward. See, that's her only effective way to fight. Same thing with Nate here.
Ariel Helwani is with Jalen Love.
Thanks, guys. Jalen, what is your assessment of what you're seeing so far?
Right now, Jacobs is outboxing him. Nate is walking in, obviously trying to give a valid effort, but just working behind the jab, putting his combination together, touching the body, slowing him down.
What do you want to see more of?
More jabs, beautiful boxing, outside work, in and out.
Thank you. Good luck.
Yes, sir.
Nice 1-2. There was the jab that set up the right hand.
I saw a nice clean 1-2 from Nate Diaz just a little bit ago. I mean, that was good boxing right there. He needs more of that.
He just seems to struggle if he's just outside the punching range. When he's stepping in, as that left hand's coming, the left foot's coming off the floor, which means he's not supported with power. Oh! Diaz is just... Oh! Now, Jake's trying to clown with Nate. Nate's starting to put a little more pop into his punches now.
Just a little bit. I was told he's a Decathlon competitor and he can fight all night. I said, yeah, right, this is the boxing, you know, 3-minute rounds, but he's looking stronger now.
That was a better left hand from Nate. Got through the guard, caught the chin of Jake Paul, who looks like he's slowing down just a touch.
Yeah.
See, and this is the danger with Nate Diaz. Because you can hit him, you keep trying to knock him out. Look at Nate. This is his best moment of the fight. Jake Paul now holding on. Deep breath from Jake Paul.
And Nate has to keep going.
He knows no other way. This is... Oh, that was a good hook again. Hey, how about Diaz bringing the fight this round?
10 seconds, boys.
I think this might be Nate Diaz's first round on the scorecard.
100%.
Good round for Nate Diaz. Oh, what a fight.
Oh, wow.
Cut from a different cloth. It's Nate Diaz, man. He was built for this, man. He trained to go.
You heard it right here from E40. Thank you so much, sir. We're going to keep watching this fight.
Love, Sid.
Can Nate build on the momentum he had in that last round? Jake's in for a fight. This is the round that Jake Paul said he would stop Nate Diaz. Oh, that was a...
He got me with that one.
He's playing.
He got me with that one.
Oh, Nate's got to keep those gloves up.
Man.
That was a nice short right hand from Jake Paul there. He read the level change of Nate Diaz and hits him as he was moving down.
Yeah, I like the body work from Jake Paul. The straight right to the body specifically. I like that from him.
Jake said, every fight I have, I get better. And at this stage of his career, every fight Nate Diaz has, he gets worse. We're certainly seeing improvements from Jake Paul. You've got to wonder if he can maintain this, though, if Nate doesn't start to slow down or if he doesn't hurt Nate like he did in the first round. That was a lovely hook.
Nice counter right there.
Yeah, the left hand has been the go-to for Jake. Usually it's his right chop. Oh! Goes Nate Diaz!
Somehow I think he's just fine.
And we got Jake Paul sticking his tongue out at Nate Diaz from the corner. He predicted a 5th round knockout. Is he about to get it? Downstairs, upstairs.
Mixing it up.
Oh, and a big uppercut.
Mixing it up.
Is Nate about
expect you to do it anyway.
Oh, good body shot. Jake staying composed.
Here's the funny thing. The way that Nate Diaz is just walking off and making it look really nonchalant, it's a mind game.
Absolutely.
Look, Jake Paul slowed down because of it.
Absolutely. He was doing it against Leon Edwards in the title fight. Like when he stepped in with the jab cross, it came out of nowhere. You can never count out Nate Diaz.
Wow,
And he's coming back.
Look at that.
10 seconds to go.
10 seconds, Hoyer. Stop on the bell.
Lovely counter hook again. Well,
You can beat this guy. This guy ain't nothing, Nathan. But you're allowing him to throw a lot of punches by walking forward and standing up too tall. All right?
How you doing, Nate?
Sean, here's a knockdown.
Man, just fading away. He stops, drops that hook right there. What did I say? The temple. That's where Nate Diaz is soft at. The temple drops him. Right here. This is just called a fadeaway hook. Boom. Right there.
Lovely timing.
Beautiful timing right there.
And he used Nate Diaz's own momentum against him.
Yep. But the special part about that, Nate looks like he's ready to go and goes absolutely nowhere, but right back to the fire and makes it through.
All right, Diaz has to come back strong here in this round.
Work yourselves out.
Oh, split the guard, Sid Paul. 2 clean shots there from Jake Paul. Nate Diaz is moving back. Still looks hurt, taking big shots. You can tell Jake has grown over his fights. He's staying right here, right in the middle with Diaz, not overexerting himself, not pushing too hard for the knockout.
I was just about to say, it's levels to this thing, man. So even though Jake Paul's landing clean shots, where's the accuracy? You know what I mean? That punch on the temple. Now he needs to be aiming for the temple.
Let's send it over to Ariel Helwani.
You know, guys, it's really interesting. The Diaz camp still feels like the later rounds will be to their advantage. That's why they push for those 10 rounds. After one of the bad rounds early on, Diaz's manager, Zach Rosenfield, said he's emptying the tag. We have him exactly where we want him. So even though it may look like he's in trouble, they still feel like they're going to come on strong in these last 4 rounds.
Dan, you buying that? I love their enthusiasm, but let him empty the tank on your gloves, not on your face. It's never a smart thing to do to take punches that you don't need to take. Of course, there's excitement in the opponent seeing that the fight might be close, but it's still wear and tear damage that's going to make it easier to knock him down in the later rounds when Jake does land. Some fighters have second wins. Nate Diaz has 4th, 5th, and 6th wins.
Yeah, for him to perform like this, I know personally, Lee, that 3-minute round is different than that 5-minute round. There's more energy needed in a 3-minute round. And so for Nate to be handling himself like this is impressive, I have to say.
You know, the 3-minute rounds, they move a lot quicker, and you have more times to have to regroup yourself in between rounds as well.
Yeah.
It's a different thing. I love that fadeaway hook that he keeps landing. Nate's lead hand is just too low when he's stepping in. When he's lunging in with that left hand, his right hand's down by his waist. There, look, down by his waist every time. Jake's using a very smart skill set right now to capitalize on the mistakes that Nate Diaz is making.
Nobody punch, take a step back.
Yeah, I think at this point for Jake, it's just about accuracy and timing. You know, if he gets that accuracy and then timing down, it's going to be either a big left hook to the temple or a big right hand straight down the middle.
Nice job here by Nate Diaz to get back in the saddle.
the problem is that we falling in. You ain't got to fall into him. Because he already bending over. He already off balance. I want you to keep your balance. Jake, hey, listen, that's what we've been working on for the last 3 motherfucking months is what? Balance, balance. Your back toe up, champ, and take you down. It's not about just throwing punches. I want hard punches. I want quality shots. Bring your knees, keep your elbows in tight, and shoot that shit short and pretty. Hey, on the end of the punches. Look, pull it, play one on the end, and then shoot the body shots. All right? Let's go, and breathe.
All right, Sean Porter, you're scoring the fight ringside. How do you have it right now?
Oh, man, through this entire fight, we're going into the 7th round. Only have Diaz winning 1 round. Of course, Jake Paul with a big knockdown. Right there, I think it was the 5th round he got the knockdown in. But to this point, man, it's been a fun fight, a fun show for us.
Nice right hand for Jake Paul.
Right down the middle.
You think he's still thinking knockout here, Sean, or is Jake Paul just thinking, hey, if it comes now?
No, Jake knows knockout. Jake knows entertain. He doesn't know win on points and go to the scorecard. So look at his movement right here. He's basically just trying to set up Nate for a big shot.
He's doing a much better job of moving, though, staying on his toes this round. He's not letting Nate close him down like he has in previous rounds.
Yeah, and I love it because when you move, people think, oh, he's running. No, he's not running. He's just trying to wait, find that timing, and set up that big punch.
Right, creating space for you to walk into so he can punch you as you move into it.
Yeah.
3 of Jake Paul's last 4 fights have gone the distance. He'd love to get a KO here over Stockton's finest.
I can tell you what he needs to do with Nate. He has to hit Nate with the punch that Nate does not see. That's going to be the one that gets him. Nate is a fighter by nature. He's been in the octagon for forever. Anything that he sees coming, his body is made and ready for it.
Exactly that.
It's the punch that he doesn't see that's going to get him.
You got to remember, people have kicked this man in the head and not knocked him out.
Exactly.
Hey, it might be another one of those temple shots, Sean. That doesn't really hurt you, but it just discombobulates you, knocks your rhythm off, and you go down.
That, and also the hook is the punch that goes out of the out of the eyesight, and then comes right back in. So that is the punch that you don't see.
Something we've not mentioned yet is that Nate Diaz is barely bleeding. I was expecting a lot more damage from him. And now Nate on the inside, landing a flurry of punches. Not a lot of power behind them, though. But you got to appreciate and respect the stamina he's got.
And the tie up there from Jake. Not bad.
Oh, beautiful shot uppercut on the inside. Then Diaz answers back. Hey, Diaz has looked pretty good since that knockdown.
Another thing, too, when you look at how many punches Jake has landed clean that haven't really cleaned up on Nate. You look at the trajectory of Jake's body. He's upright. He doesn't have the torque in the hips and the legs. He's not using all of his body with power.
Strong round for Nate Diaz, but he still took some big shots. Is he wearing on Jake Paul here?
Wow.
SummerSlam, can his brother complete the 2-0 sweep tonight? And the difference here as well is that on Jake Paul's punches, there's drive, there's power behind them.
Sure.
Nate tends to push his punches a little bit.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, this fight was originally scheduled to go 8 rounds, so this would have been the last round. But Diaz wanted 10. Jake Paul said, then let's go 10. Definitely in better condition than he was against Tommy Fury, that's for sure.
Great.
Look at Diaz is the one pressuring pressuring Jake Paul.
Yeah, see, you can hear the crowd. People don't understand movement. They don't understand setting things up. The only thing they understand is who's punching who and who's still standing.
Come on, Jake.
Let's look at our CompuBox stats. Jake Paul, 122 landed out of 311. Diaz, 88 out of 266. Diaz maybe coming alive here in round 8.
Yeah.
Good start to this round for sure for Nate Diaz. The crowd perhaps sensing something here. They're trying to will Diaz to victory.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if they're sensing anything, but they're definitely giving that guy, they're giving Nate all the energy he can get. Go.
He really pulled his weight into that one.
You hear him?
Diaz talking trash now. You can tell why Nate Diaz is a no rules, no time limits kind of fighter, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
He'll get to you eventually if you let him have enough time. Big right from Paul, who's never been 10 rounds before. Oh! How about the gas tank on Diaz?
I was told about this gas tank. I didn't believe it. I'm seeing it.
Couple big uppercuts. Trying to make Jake uncomfortable.
Guess what, Jake? Turn, go back the other way. You become predictable. You got to go to the right.
We're getting some stance switches as well on the inside from Nate Diaz now as well. Oh!
2 jabs from the outside from Nate.
Super tired, man.
Round good and stuff like that. But when you set, you ain't on balance. You stand up like this. Look, you move around, you move around. When you slip and set, have your feet together. And look, I want you to push them body shots you do in the back. Dig the motherfucking body shot. Slip, slip, and push something. Listen. Listen. Strong jab, slipping, body shots. Strong jab, slipping, body shots. Excellent. He good. He step with your motherfucking punches. Step with your motherfucking punches. Do you feel me? Hey.
Right here. We get some countering, but we get a forward, a Nate Diaz who's not willing to go back, not willing to stop. This gas tank is really showing up and proving itself to be real.
The recuperative powers of Nate Diaz are remarkable. He looked down and out in round 5, but here he is in the 9th. And he might have just won that last round.
Oh, I gave it to him. He won it.
Sure.
He won it.
He's trying to make Jake Paul regret these last 2 rounds. Good body shot from Jake Paul.
You're in Jake's corner. It's all about the legs at this point. You want to hurt this guy, you got to dig in. You got to plant those feet and dig with those legs. Full body generation of the power.
The crowd believes. Nice work from Jake Paul on the inside there. Listening to his corner team. Ariel Helwani is with Gilbert Melendez.
Gilbert, you like what you're seeing from Nate?
I love what I'm seeing from Nate. He's pushing forward. He's wearing Jake Paul. I think he's doing a great job. Size does matter. Jake Paul has a heavy left hook, but Nate's doing great. He's wearing them. We got a big guy. Jake Paul's in shape, but Nate's doing great. He's doing a really good job. This is what he does. He gets in a fight. Again, if this was to the death, we know Nate wins, right? That sucks that there's 10 rounds. I wish there was 20.
Thanks, Gil. Appreciate it.
To the death. I'm not sure I want that. There's a right from Jake. Big punches in the last round. Yeah, Jake looking better again this round for sure. Back on his toes. Yeah, Jake does look pretty fresh. Moving a lot. But Nate can say, look, man, I walked you down in the late rounds. I took the fight to you in the late rounds.
Yeah.
Pressure from Nate Diaz. Good uppercuts on the inside. If nothing else, Nate Diaz is so good at winning the moral victory here.
There you go.
You know?
There you go, yeah. I've learned that about him. It's like he's just a favorite because of who he is.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's a cool icon, there's no doubt about it.
Sure.
What a performance here in the late stages from Compton, California's Nate Diaz. What a fight this has been so far. Excuse me, Stockton, California. Jake with a big right hand, but Nate is impervious to these punches now. He's got bulletproof. One round to go.
I want a second. Now, we'll listen to the corner.
Okay. If you got to standing up so tall, walking forward. You allowed him to do a lot of stuff he shouldn't have done, man.
Coming into the center of the ring, this is round 10.
Nate's coach told him he needs a knockout. We'll see what he does.
Does Diaz have the power for a knockout, Dan? I've never seen him knock somebody out cold, even against Gray Maynard. It was a standing TKO. He was wailing on him and still couldn't put him down. He's never been known for having that knock-dead power. It's always been volume, volume, volume. And he may just run out of time here to get to Jake Paul and do significant damage to win scorecards.
Interesting thing about that, yesterday, he said, even if I lose to him, he still
can't fight.
Yeah, he still can't fight. He knew, hey, this guy's got better boxing skill than me, so he might beat me, but he still can't fight.
There was that left hook from Jake. But maybe Nate's playing possum. You never know when he's really hurt. Nice footwork from Paul. I'm just hoping this encourages Nate Diaz to take the rematch in MMA.
Yeah.
Jake Paul's put $10 million on the table.
Get him in the PFL.
Right? And you've got to give credit to Jake Paul for not going into Nate Diaz's antics. He's tried to stay in the moment.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to appreciate Jake's professionalism right now because you've had so much fun watching Nate Diaz.
Nobody points. Take a step back. Here we go.
Hey, this is how you beat Nate Diaz, right, Dan? You don't play his game. Exactly that. I think we've seen a very disciplined performance from Jake Paul. He's listened to his corner team. He's stayed on his toes when he can. He's landed some really nice shots. And some of the patterns that he's been working in training camp, some of the slip counters, have been really, really valuable to him. Here we go. A minute to go. Diaz on the front foot.
Let him go. Let him go, Jake. Let him go. Oh, stop. Let him go. Let him go. Oh, stop. Stop, Jake. Oh, stop. Let's go, box.
Strong last round for Jake Paul. Nate Diaz seems to kind of checked out a little bit.
Just a little bit, but let's be honest. I mean, this is overall a good outing for Jake Paul in terms of boxing skill, improvements, and things of that nature.
I definitely think he will have earned the respect of the MMA world with this performance. Nice uppercut from Jake Paul, but Diaz continues to plod forward. There's your guillotine.
There we go. That's what I've been waiting on, baby.
10 seconds left.
Box it out.
Big straight left right there from Nate.
25 seconds.